The pain in your neck may be due to instability in the muscles and not actually tissue damage. Hi, I'm Bill from Beyond Fitness Online, and today I want to show you how to work with this. Now, a lot of times when we try to move our head, if the spine doesn't have enough stabilization around it, then the bigger muscles are moving the head, the nervous system is going to think that that's unsafe. Now, if you remember from my previous videos, if something doesn't feel safe for your nervous system, then it's going to give you an output of pain, stiffness, weakness, things of that nature. So if we can provide more stability to the neck and you can move better, then we've found your problem. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to assess your range of motion. Make sure you're checking how far can you turn your head in each direction, rotations, tilts, and up and down. Get an idea if any of those hurt, if any of them feel stiff, and now you've got your baseline. So now we're going to do 3 different exercises, and then we're going to reassess after each exercise. The first one is going to be pressing the tongue into the roof of your mouth. We're going to do this for about 10 seconds with about 60 to 80% effort, so you're not pressing as hard as you can. The other thing that's really important to understand here is when you press your tongue to the roof of your mouth, make sure your tongue is not touching your teeth, but actually slightly behind. So go ahead and try that. Press it into the roof of your mouth for about 10 seconds and try to breathe normally. Try not to let this stress you out. What you will notice, though, is that the muscles in your neck start to get active, and that's a sign that now you're starting to get the stabilization in there. So now go ahead and relax and try and turn your head in those same directions and see if it's better. If you've got some improvement there, that's great. If not, we may need to do a little bit more, and that's what I'm going to show you next. If it got worse, then you need to back off on the tension in your tongue. Maybe just try it at about 20% effort and see if that helps. Exercise 2 is now we're going to press the tongue into the roof of the mouth just the same way we did, but we're going to reassess as we're pressing our tongue into the roof of the mouth. So you're going to press up, hold it there, and you're going to turn your head as you do it in whatever direction was limiting you. See if that's improved it. If that's improved it, great, we're still heading in the right direction. If that made it worse, but the first one made it better, stick with the first one. Exercise 3 now is going to be more unilateral, meaning one side of it at a time. We're going to press the tongue into the cheek, and we're going to try turning our head left and right, up and down. Now, I find for most people that have limitations with rotation, this tends to be the most beneficial, as opposed to people trying to look up and down. But try it out, see what works for you. We're going to press the tongue into the left cheek. It's going to stick out of your cheek a little bit, so we're making a little bit of a silly face. And as you're doing that, hold that into your cheek and turn your head left and right. So as we put the tongue in the left cheek, we're going to look left and right, and then you're going to try the same thing with the tongue in the right cheek. See if one side works better than the other for you. In most cases, one side will be more beneficial than the other. So after you've done all these, now you've got a set of tools that will help with your neck pain and help you to feel better. You can do them frequently throughout the day. If you're somebody that's on a lot of screens or with eye strain or things like that, I would recommend doing them multiple times a day, maybe even every hour. So if you want more information on this stuff, I wrote this book called Rewiring Pain. It's all about the neurology of pain, and it talks about all the different drills and exercises you can do to help improve pain. It's a longer book, but I did put a questionnaire in the back here that can guide you to exactly where you need to be within the book, so it'll take you right to the chapter that's most beneficial for you, and that way you can dive right into the drills that are going to help you the most. I'll leave the link to the book below, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I try to respond to all of them myself, and until next time, live healthy.